In the last few videos, we looked at the number of solutions to a bunch of different quadratic equations, and we found that if we have a quadratic equation, ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0, then if you have b squared minus 4ac being greater than 0, you'll have two distinct real roots. When b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0, you'll have two equal roots when you solve this equation. And when b squared minus 4ac is less than 0, then there are no real roots, but there are two distinct complex roots. Now, b squared minus 4ac, this is called the discriminant. So this is called the discriminant. So we can use the discriminant to figure out how many solutions a quadratic equation will have and what types of solutions we'll have. So it says here, use the discriminant to determine the number of solutions to the equations below. So first off, we have negative 2x squared plus 3x plus 8 is equal to 0. So we're going to use the discriminant to figure out how many solutions we have to this equation. So we have b squared minus 4ac is equal to 3 squared minus 4 times negative 2 times 8, which is equal to 9 plus, if you evaluate this, you get 9 plus 64, which is equal to 73. So b squared minus 4ac is greater than 0. Therefore, there are two distinct real roots. Two distinct real roots to this equation. In the next example, we have that b squared minus 4ac, well, that's equal to negative 5 squared minus 4 times 3 times 11. Now, if you evaluate this, you'll get 25 minus 132, which is minus 107. So that means that b squared minus 4ac is less than 0. And this corresponds to there being no real roots, but there are two complex. There are two distinct complex roots. Two distinct complex roots. In the last example, we have 1 over 4x squared minus 3x is equal to minus 9. So we have to write this in standard form before we can use the discriminant. And there's a couple different things that we can do here just to make the arithmetic a little bit easier. Since we have a fraction on x squared, one of the things that we can do is we can just clear the fractions clear this fraction by multiplying both sides of the equation by 4. So if I multiply all of the terms in this equation by 4, I get x squared minus 12x is equal to minus 36. Now I can add 36 to both sides of this equation, and I get x squared minus 12x plus 36 is equal to 0. Now we can look at the discriminant. Well, b squared minus 4ac is equal to, negative 12 squared minus 4 times 1 times 36. If you evaluate this, you get that negative 12 squared is 144. 4 times 1 times 36 is 144. So we have 144 minus 144, which is equal to 0. So b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0. So therefore, there are two equal roots to this equation. Therefore, there are 2 equal roots. As well, notice that x squared minus 12x plus 36 is a perfect square trinomial. So that's the other thing that kind of gives it away. So that concludes this lesson, and we'll see you in the next video.